friends round your flickering campfires and listen to tales of daring, horror and high adventure from the worn pages of history.
Mystery.
Mystery?
Mystery.
Oh, well, not again. Pearbear, can't we talk about something actually real for a change?
Worry not, dear Uncle Bob. Though the tale we tell this week is a saga, mostly due to the dragons and giants and witches and whatnot, it's also based on real events that may or may not have possibly happened, maybe. It's called Yngvar the Far Traveller.
I demand provenance, even though I do not understand the word. Bilbo, give me the evidence for its historical authenticity, or you may get in the history bin.
All right. How about it's one of the only sagas that's set in the real world?
Ah, as opposed to the realms of the gods, where they usually are.
Exactly! Tombo, tell him!
The tale starts in Svitjod, which either means upland in eastern Sweden,
Or the entirety of Sweden.
Or can be a term for the peoples that would eventually become the Swedes as we know them today.
Oh, I just learned something. Okay, all right, I'm listening.
The events it portrays can also be found in more, how do I say this, solid sources?
Such as?
Runestones. 26 of them.
Dotted all along the real-ish life course of the journey the saga takes us on.
That is a lot of runestones.
I have a question.
Which is?
What actually is a runestone?
Lols, Bilbo. As if you don't know what a rune stone is. Ha! You must feel awfully foolish. I mean, come on. You're a silly history boy, but that's just silly. Ha!
You guys. Come on then, Tombo. What is a runestone?
Well, obviously it's a stone with runes on it.
Ah, he doesn't know either, miss. He doesn't know either. Perhaps I'm not the thick one this week,
You are.
Oh, mean?
Tombo is technically correct. Runestones are stones with runes on them, but they're also used like massive gravestones or as territorial markers.
They're also used to boast of achievements too. They were used between the 4th and 12th centuries, and about 6,000 of them are currently known about. They can be found all over Scandinavia, though the majority of them are found in Sweden.
Oh, wait a minute. I just learned another thing.
And we've not even started the story yet.
Imagine how much you might yet learn.
All right, I'm in. I know I said it before, but maybe I oversold it this time. I am in, fully in.
Yay!
But no plot conventions.
Oh. But we were going to go sailing up the river in the plot yacht.
No.
Are you sure we couldn't interest you in an peri-narrative?
Certainly not. And that one was terrible.
Couldn't be as bad as this large bundle of straw.
Why do you have a large bundle of straw?
It's the tale bale. We sit on it and narrate.
Oh, it's itchy on our bum-bums.
This has all got very silly.
Well, of course, it's the Silly History Boys Show.
Our story begins in the early 1020s.
46-ish years before Hastings.
Yup.
Wait, does that mean Go Dark Ages?
Yes, it does. Would you like to do the honours?
I will! Go Dark Ages!
It is the year 1020-ish. Our hero Yngvar has been sent by King Olaf of Sweden to a land called Semigalia, where today the borders of Lithuania and Latvia meet.
Yngvar has been sent to collect tribute, owed to King Olaf, by the King of Semigalia.
That's right, dear listener. Our hero starts this tale collecting taxes.
Listen here, you, king and his chieftains. Pay the tribute you owe to King Olaf of Sweden, or prepare to face the consequences.
Is that him? Is that Yngvar?
Indeed it is, Bilbo.
He's so tall and handsome.
So strong and fair of face.
That is how he's described in the saga.
He's so wise and well-spoken.
Apparently so.
He looks like the kind of guy who would be mild and open-handed with his friends.
But grim with his enemies.
Yes, and courteous and quick in all his dealings. It's literally in the book.
Typecast as always, dear listener. So, what say you, kings and chieftains of Semigalia?
We say... yeah, all right.
Ah, lovely. Great.
Hang on. Do we?
I thought the plan was to not pay the tribute.
It was, but this young Yngvar fellow has spoken so well and been so courteous and quick in all his dealings, I've changed my mind.
Well, what if we still don't want to pay?
Yeah!
You have to. I'm the king and you have to do what I say.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
We're not paying.
I see. That's a shame.
In fact, we're gonna fight you.
Yeah!
Oh, I wouldn't if I were you.
Why not? There's two of us and only one of you.
Yeah! Maths never lies.
Yes, lads, but consider this, if you will. I am the main character, so there's no way that I get off in the opening scene. And also, I am actually here, not alone, but with 3 shiploads of salty fighting men.
Yar, we're salty, yar, yeah.
We're really salty.
Yngvar, you have my permission to make war on these rebellious chieftains.
Thank you, King. I'm afraid I'm terribly sorry you have me at a disadvantage. I don't know your name.
History does not recall.
Enough talk.
Yeah!
Stitch this, you late-stage Viking!
Get him!
The rebellious chieftains surge forwards, their blades humming with deadly potential as they speed toward our hero.
Yngvar pivots on his left foot, turning his head just enough for both swords to fizz past his face in awesome slow motion.
The chieftains are caught off balance. Yngvar draws his blade and cuts once. Yngvar, that were incredible. You were like Odin the Allfather himself, or maybe Thor was watching over you.
No, nameless king of Semigalia. I am not powered by the old ways of the heathen. I am powered by Jesus.
You are? You're a Christian? How could a Christian defeat 2 mighty pagan chieftains?
It was simple, your majesty. I turned the other cheek. Now let us pray for ages. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Do I have to?
Be done. Well, hang on a minute. Why is our Viking hero praying to a Christian god?
Because he's a Christian, Bob? Christianity was becoming all the rage across Scandinavia by the 11th century.
Christianity didn't officially become the religion of Norway, Denmark and Sweden until the 12th century, but by the time our story is set, most kings had adopted it.
But why convert to Christianity when Thor and Odin and Balder and everyone are so much fun?
That may be, but as the rest of Europe was becoming really Christian, it started to be that Christians would only trade with other Christians. The Scandinavian kings thrived by trading, so their conversion and that of their nations became the thing to do.
But half the fun of Viking stories is all the violence. If Yngvar's all the meek shall inherit the earth, it might not be that thrilling.
Worry not, Bob. Yngvar is still a Viking.
Yngvar, you truly are a mighty warrior.
The Lord gives me strength, King. Whoever you are.
Look, Yngvar, this rebellious chieftain is still alive. Will you grant him mercy, as the Christian faith says you should?
Yes, please.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Seeing as this was the most insistent of the rebellious chieftains,
I wasn't that insistent.
you were, I heard you. Seeing as this chap is basically the ringleader, I'm gonna hang him. Take all his stuff for plunder. Men, take this fellow and hang him for a traitor and move his stuff back to the ship. The same goes for all the other chieftain stuff.
Yes, sir! Where are you? Hanging me?
Right, lovely. Back to Svitjord.
Hooray!
See, Yngvar is a Christian and a Viking. A history Christian. They're a lot stabbier than most modern Christians.
Yay!
And so, ships loaded with plunder, Yngvar returned to King Olaf and presented to him a large sum of money in gold and silver and good treasures.
Yngvar's honour was greatly enlarged by this voyage, and King Olaf set him above all the other chiefs of Sweden.
Yngvar took a mistress, and she gave birth to a son called Svein. For a while, he was content.
But when Yngvar reached the age of 20, he grew unhappy. King Olaf thought this was a great shame and asked Yngvar what the matter was.
Yngvar, you've had a face like thunder all night. Whatever is the matter? Meh? Is that all you have to say to your king?
Nah.
You come now. Turn that frown upside down. You've been sulking about whatever this is for ages. Tell me, what's the matter?
Nah.
No, Yngvar, I hate to see you like this. I wish you nothing but good in this life.
If you think it's a shame that I am unhappy, and you wish me to be as well as you can, then give me the name of king, with all dignity.
I'm sorry, what?
Make me king. It will cheer me up.
I will do every other thing that you ask for, regarding honor or wealth. But I cannot do this, for I am no wiser than my forefathers, and I know no better than our former kinsman.
What does that even mean?
It means no, Yngvar. I'm not going to make you the king instead of me.
That once more, sire, I say to you. There.
You can say meh all you like. No kinging for you.
Since Olaf would not make him king, Yngvar decided to sail away and find a kingdom of his own.
He assembled an army and 30 ships, all fully equipped and prepared to set sail.
You there! Tighten that rigging and make fast those lines.
Yes, boss!
You, pack those supplies.
Yes, boss.
You there! Clinker build that ship so it's more flexible and sails better than its contemporaries.
You are?
Yngvar?
King Olaf, have you come to see me off?
No, I've come to ask you to stay. You are so very powerful and so very powered by Jesus that my kingdom cannot do without you.
Well, you should have thought of that before you refused to give me your kingdom, shouldn't you?
I've changed my mind. If you stay, you can be king.
Well, 'tis too late now. I'd have taken it if you'd offered earlier, but now I have to sail when the wind blows.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It is what the saga says.
I'm offering you all of Sweden if you stay.
Sorry, too late. Look, I'm already sailing off in my ship.
Farewell, Yngvar. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Perhaps, King Olaf. Perhaps. Okay. See you later, bye!
Yngvar sailed from Sweden with his 30 ships and did not stop until he reached Russia. There, the king Yaroslav received him with great honor.
He spent 3 years in Russia and learned many languages there. He also learned about the 3 rivers that flowed east out of Russia. The middle of these rivers, most likely the Volga, was the largest, but no one could tell Yngvar from where it sprang.
So Yngvar decided to find out. He gathered his men, had a bishop bless his endeavours, and set sail.
Right, men. Gather round. Kettle.
Here, boss.
Valdemar.
Here, boss!
Tjomvig.
Here, boss.
And Sooty. I'm here as well. Marvellous. Now, listen closely, my friends. We've sailed for a while along the river, and are now in lands unknown.
Ah, it's quite unnerving. Look at that bush. Oh, taut's weird.
That's the rock!
Is it?
Yes!
Is it, though?
Yes, it is.
All of you shut up.
Sorry.
Now, no one is to leave the ships and go ashore without my permission. Anyone who defies me in this will lose either a hand or a foot.
A hand or a foot?
Do we get to choose?
I choose foot.
Really? Why?
What if you get an itchy nose and an itchy bum at the same time? Need two hands, don't you?
You can't argue with that logic.
All of you shut up.
Sorry!
Sorry.
Sauce, boss.
Right. Each night on every ship, a man should stay awake and keep watch.
Backing up, mate!
Basically not me.
Bagsy, not me.
Bagging up. Oh, just thinking about that rock.
That's that settled. Kettle, you have tonight's watch. Remember, no leaving the ship.
Yes, boss.
Now, let us pray.
Cool.
Great. As night draped its inky cloak over the land, Kettle stood watch on the ship. He stared out at the foreign shore, rich with mysteries and treasures undreamed of.
So boring. I mean, I could go have a little poke about. Everyone's very asleep. No, Kettle. Yngvar said he'd chop off your hand or your foot. I must stay on the ship.
The night continued on. Only the gentle slosh of the river and the snores of his friends kept Kettle company. The temptation to explore the shore was growing stronger, but Kettle resisted with all his strength.
Ah, sod this for a game of niffer-taffle. I'm doing it. Over the railing I go. Here. Hee, aren't I naughty? I won't go too far, mind. I'll just have a look through these woods.
Kettle pushed through the foliage until he reached the other side of the woods.
Not so bad. Let's see what's on the other side of that hill.
Kettle tramped up to the top of the hill and down the other side.
I wonder what's beyond that gate.
Kettle clambered over a gate, and after trekking through a large field, found himself looking at a huge house.
Crikey, that's big. Well, I've come this far. Best check inside the ominously large building.
As Kettle approached the house, he started to realise just how big it was. The front door stood twice as high as a man.
They build 'em big round these parts, don't they? I'll just see if the door's open. Well. What do we have here?
In front of Kettle, a silver cauldron sat bubbling over a fire.
Silver? That's a silly metal to use as a cauldron. It's got quite a low melting point. I probably best take it off the fire before it goes all runny.
Gingerly, Kettle removed the cauldron.
Easy does it. What's this bubbling away? Smells awful. I'd better get back to the ship. Might as well take my new silver cauldron with me. Hooray!
And so Kettle started back toward the ship.
It wasn't long, however, until he heard...
Hat has thrown soup all over my living room. And where in all blinking crikey is my kettle?
Kettle has stolen a kettle! The perfect crime!
Hey, you! Why are you in my garden? Is that my kettle?
Uh-oh! Stay perfectly still, Kettle. Giant's vision. It's based on movement.
No, it isn't. Also, I can hear you know.
There's only one thing to do then.
Give me back my silver cauldron.
Oh, yeah. I'll just put it down here. Like this. Right down here. And psych! See you later, bye!
Get back here, you little punk!
Kettle sets off through the giant's garden toward the gate.
I'll just leave the gate and... Oh, you wouldn't think I was 40, would you?
Kettle gets his head down and runs as fast as he can up the hill he came over.
Oh, this cauldron is surprisingly heavy.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm gonna kick late stage Viking bum.
Not my bum. Go, legs, go!
Kettle is running as fast as he can, encumbered as he is by the silver cauldron.
And every time he looks over his shoulder, the giant draws closer.
Oh, why did I stray so far from the ship? Stupid, Kettle, stupid!
Come here, you. Whoop.
Ah!
The giant's hand misses Kettle by the width of a fairy's eyelash.
He won't miss again. The forest looms before him, the ships and Yngvar on the other side.
Only one thing to do. Must distract justifiably angry giant.
My cauldron, oh, you've dented it.
And I've kept the silver handle. Catch me now. Whee!
Oh, I'll get you one day, you cauldron motherer.
Unencumbered by the cauldron, Kettle had enough speed to escape the giant, who, saddened by his dented cauldron, returned to his giant house to clean up the soup that should have been his dinner.
Kettle made his way through the woods and reached the ships just as the sun was beginning to show itself. He sneaked back onto the ship and broke the silver handle into tiny pieces before placing it in his chest.
Hee! Got away with it.
Got away with what?
Yeah! I mean, hiya! Yngvar, you're a pearly.
I rise as the Lord bids me, Kettle.
Oh, right. Cool.
Here, boss, did you say we were going ashore today?
That's right, Count Dick. I want to see what's on the other side of those woods.
Boss, come here and look. There's tracks on the shore leading into the woods. You can see it very clearly and awfully obviously in the morning dew on the grass.
Uh-oh.
I say you're right, Valdemar. And the tracks appear to lead straight back to our ship. How curious.
Seems like the kind of thing the person on watch might have noticed.
Oh, yes, definitely. Who was on watch, Yngvar?
I can't quite remember, Voldemort.
Ah, very funny. You knew it was me on watch, you bumheads.
Then can you explain the tracks, good Kettle? Because it looks to me like someone crept off the ship in the middle of the night while everyone was sleeping.
That's definitely what it looks like.
Which is funny because I distinctly remember ordering everyone not to do that. I was quite clear, wasn't I?
You said if anyone did that, they'd get their hands and feet chopped off.
It was a hand or a foot. Stop making it worse.
Tell the truth, Kettle, and perhaps I shall let you live.
Okay, fine, it was me. I did it. I went looking around and I found a giant house and there was a giant in it and he chased me, but I threw his cauldron at him, then I ran away. Please don't chop my hands and feet off, boss. I need them for doing stuff.
Oh, all right, I forgive you.
Thank goodness. Also, look, I got the handle of the cauldron.
Well, I'll be fine silver. Don't do it again, Kettle. I've only got so many cheeks that I can turn.
Yes, boss.
Now, let us pray for ages.
Right, yep, just kneeling
Right.
us
Great,
down.
well, great.
Yngvar and his company sailed for many days and through many places. They travelled so long and so far that eventually they saw other ways of life and beasts of different hues.
From that, they understood that they were moving away from their own lifestyles and lands.
That is a very long-winded way of saying they went a long way away.
How would you say it?
They sailed reet far.
Well, that was quite good. Succinct.
Ah, but remember, sagas are supposed to be long-winded. They're supposed to fill an evening around the fire. There's no PS5s in the 1130s-ish, which is when I think we're up to now in the story.
No PS5s? What about Roblox?
Nope.
Fortnite?
Certainly not. No computers or consoles or TV or anything.
But how would I play Total War?
You wouldn't, Bob. You'd have to talk to people instead.
Nah, what do they call it, the Dark Ages?
Anyway, Yngvar and his company sailed right far.
Nice.
Until one evening they saw from a huge distance an incredible sight.
It looked as though a shining half-moon stood on the earth.
They travelled for another day, and Valdemar drew the watch that night.
Hey, Kettle,
Yes, Valdemar.
wasn't that weird golden half-moon thing funny?
I've never seen its like. Have you, Hjelmvig?
Nope.
I'm gonna go see what it is.
You can't do that. You can't leave unless the boss says so.
You did it?
Yes, but I'm his favourite.
I wouldn't if I were you. It's bound to be shenanigans. It's a saga. You're better off staying on the ship and being safe if it's a saga.
He's not wrong. It is a saga.
Everybody, stop breaking the fourth wall. You know the boss hates it when you do that.
He also hates it when we leave the ship when he's told us not to.
Well, you got away with it.
Because I'm his favourite.
We're going round in circles here.
I'm going. I'll be back in a minute. I've got to know what that half-moon thingy is. Swap!
Valdemar ventured inland, seeking the strange half-moon seen lying on the earth the night before.
It was not long until he found it, for it was ginormous.
My giddy aunt! Look at the size of that!
From a distance, it looked like a hill, shining golden in the fading light.
Maybe it's a hill made of gold.
But as Valdemar drew closer to the hill, he could see that it was not a hill made from shining gold.
Wait a minute! That's not gold! It's snakes!
The hill was made of snakes.
Wow! That is a lot of snakes! You've got to wonder at what sort of natural phenomenon could cause such a huge congregation of snakes, or, as it's technically termed, a knot of snakes.
Hissy though they were, it appeared the snakes were all sound asleep.
Well, looks like a best about phase, and... Wait, what's that?
Glinting seductively, a golden ring sits nestled among the sleeping snakes.
Crikey! Bet that's worth a few bob. It's a good thing I brought me spear. Whip! Easy.
Valdemar's spear stretches out towards the golden ring.
Easy.
His tip shaking. Valdemar eases closer, ever closer, until...
Just a little further.
With a deft flick of his shaft.
Whoop.
The ring was snagged.
Now, all I have to do is gently ease my spear backwards and forth until... Got it! Whoop. Oh no, I dropped it! Uh-oh.
At first, nothing seemed amiss.
Whew, got away
But
with...
then one of the snakes wakes up,
Which wakes up the snake next to it.
which wakes up the snake next to that.
In moments, the entire hill made of snakes is awake and hissing.
Well, I think I'd best be on my way.
But the worst is yet to come, for the hissing hill has awoken something much more dangerous than a hill made of snakes, which, let's be honest, is also pretty dangerous.
Huge leathery feet crunch the rocks beneath.
Wings with a span that would make a 747 blush, as shaken out with a whip crack of air.
Oh, wonder Cleese! That's Old Norse for knickers, listener.
A dragon, a real no-fooling dragon, lifts itself into the air.
Technically, it's called a jaculus, described in medieval bestiaries as a small dragon that leaps spear-like out of trees.
But this jaculus is much bigger than that.
Stupendously bigger.
Oh,
Oh, I think you've just filled me undercleathy.
Valdemar turns face.
And gives it legs.
Run away!
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what?
That noise.
What noise?
That dragony noise.
Nope, I can't hear anything. Oh, hang on, I can hear something.
Something amiss, lads?
We're all going to die!
Valdemar?
There's a dragon, boss! He's coming straight for us!
Why are you in the river? I said no one was to leave the ship.
Oh, you did, boss. You were very clear about it and all.
Don't be a suck-up, Kettle. You did it.
I'm allowed, remember? I'm the favourite.
I really must insist that you all listen to my warning about the massive dragon!
Kettle keeps saying he's your favourite, boss.
What? Kettle's not my favourite.
What? Who is then?
Jesus. Jesus is my favourite.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Listen to me! I accidentally woke up a hill made of snakes that also had a dragon on it, and now the dragon is heading this way!
A dragon?
Yes!
A real, actual, no mucking about dragon?
Yes!
Well, why didn't you say something sooner?
When I get back on that ship, I'm gonna kick you so hard!
A dragon, eh? Well, we best use what cover we can find. Nordic dragons have a penchant for acid breath over fire breath, and breath so 54, listener. Poor barrack skull splasher, all melted up to all flip. So, we definitely do not want to be out in the open when it gets here. Ah! There. Lads, move the ships over to the other side of the river. Hide them under those branches there. That, and a prayer, ought to keep us safe from the beast.
Yes, boss!
Yngvar and his men manoeuvred their ships to the other side of the river and cunningly concealed them under the trees along the bank.
The last of the ships is covered just as the beat of mighty wings once more fills the air.
But is it the last of the ships? Because there, listener, struggling to make its way across the current to safety and lagging far behind, is another vessel.
Brother Cecil?
Yea, Brother Thomas?
Do you think you might consider rowing a little faster?
Well, I suppose I could.
I think you'd be doing the Lord's work if you did, brother.
The Lord's work, you say? Why would that be?
Because there's a massive dragon flying right towards us.
A dragon? At this time of year?
Yes.
Most dragons are sleeping at this time of year, you know. Yes, it's strange, really. They collect together a huge mound of sleepy snakes and...
Brother, there is a dragon!
Oh, boo! I've dropped one of the oars. I told you I was bad at rowing. Oh, look, it's floating away. I'll just see if I can nab it with the other oar. Oh, poo. Now I've dropped the other one. What am I? Oh, my God, it's a dragon!
Golly cripes and gosh, that is all of their skin. Whoa.
Oh! It all just sloughed off! It was like they were throwing off a fleshy blanket!
No, I think I'm going to lose my dry fish dinner.
That might be the second worst thing I've ever seen.
What's the first?
Your face. Skidoosh! Ha ha! Got ya!
Gosh darn it!
What? What's your language, Valdemar? I've still have half a mind to have your hands and feet for causing all of this.
Oh no, please don't! Oh, look, it's all worked out okay. The dragon has finished with those priests and is now flying away.
Hooray! And all it took was the power of a good prayer.
The trees probably did the heavy lifting, boss.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked without the blessings of our Lord and Saviour, Kettle.
How do you figure that? I prayed the beast would leave the priests be, but it melted them and ate their boat anyway.
Me too.
And me? Well, naturally, I prayed to get a PS5 Pro for Christmas, but I didn't get one, did I?
I said the power of a good prayer, gentlemen. Those prayers were very nice, but not good. Apart from your prayer, Yngvar. Yours was very silly.
Well, what did you pray for, Yngvar?
I prayed that the dragon would eat the priests instead of us, and then get full and fly away. Jesus saves, lads. Jesus saves.
Are you sure you're doing this Christian thing properly, Buff?
I don't know, Valdemar. It's working all right so far. Men, wait an hour and then we cast off. With a lot more river left to travel. And keep a watch on the skies. I fancy we have not seen the last of that dragon.
This river is full of dangers, boss. Perhaps we should turn back.
No, Kettle. We have ships beneath our feet, swords in our hands, and the Lord by our side. We will not turn back. Nothing can stop us.
Hooray!
Now, let us pray for ages. Our Father,
yes,
who art in
can
heaven,
have a
hallowed
little
be
bit.
thy name.
Yeah,
Thy
right.
ever.
Nothing may be able to stop Yngvar and his crew, dear listener, but running out of time can stop us and this episode.
Tune in next time for the continuation of Yngvar's tale. There's a lot more to go yet.
This was only 5 pages of a 52-page book.
What? I'm not entirely convinced that this is as gritty and based in real life as you originally claimed, Pear Bear.
Yeah, but it's too late now because we've started. Sorry, not sorry.
And so, for all the praying,
Slaying.
And saga portraying.
We are, as always, sorry!
Episode 120, or Yngvar the Far Traveller, was written, produced and mouthed by the Silly History Boys. The cast list, as it appears on the script, is as follows. The parts of Chieftain 1, a gruff barbarian who doesn't want to pay his taxes, King Olaf, King of Sweden, and Brother Thomas, the priest who is trying to be positive, but there's a dragon, was performed by Will Uncle Bilbo Tristram. The parts of Yngvar, our hero this week, Soti, a sailor, some snakes, and the dragon Jaculus, or is it Yaculus? One of the two, was played by Rob, your dear Uncle Bob, Rob Bond. The parts of the King of Semigalia, the barbarian king, a sailor too, Hjalmvig, the gruff Viking sailor, and Brother Cecil, a pious monk who's not good at rowing, were played by Tombo Fermor. And finally, the parts of Chieftain 2, the high-pitched barbarian who doesn't want to pay his taxes, a sailor, Valdemar, one of Yngvar's sailors, and the justifiably angry giant were played by Stu the Pear Bear Perry. Big thanks to the following people. They can leave the boat and will not lose a hand or a foot. Sound effects and music by our friends at Zapsplat. Extra music by Scotty Buckley, we love him. Extra music by Brian Bolger, thank you Brian. And thanks to Lord Fastfingers for the intro. Part 2 will be coming next month. We hope you have enjoyed it. If you have come to see us so far this half term, Pear Bear, Bilbo and eventually Tombo are at the Royal Armouries Leeds, and your dear Uncle Bob is at Bolsover Castle. If you have seen us, I do hope you did say hi. Or if you haven't seen us, there is still time. Come down to the Royal Armouries Leeds or Bolsover Castle in the Midlands somewhere. I think it's kind of like Chesterfield way, near that thing with the big spire, Bolsover Castle. Please do check us out on our socials, Facebook, Instagram. Come say hi over there. We want to thank you all for listening, and if you want to give us a little bit of extra thanks for doing what we do, why don't you throw us a quid on our Ko-fi? Go to Ko-fi, type in the Silly History Boys Show, or go to our socials, there are links there. So, you can stay tuned next month for the second part of Yngvar the Far Traveller. The Far Travelled? The Far Traveller. The Far Traveller. Yngvar. I'm flapping in the wind here, folks. It's been a long day of sword schools. I love them. Anyway, okay, I'm out of here before I pop. See you later, bye.
Kettle made his way through the woods and reached the ships just as the sun was beginning to show itself. He sneaked back onto the ship and broke the silver handle into tiny pieces before placing it in his chest. I've added the word tiny. What are you going to do about it?